Okay, this is the second episode of Wisecrack Friends.
Yeah, second episode and really going strong. We really understand the technical aspects of this by now.
No, we don't have no idea what we're doing, but we're going to talk about two subjects today.
Don't undermine me.
One is how I almost lost my drone for the company, and then one is about
You
how
know,
we feel after basketball.
and there's a lot of ways to feel, but there's only one universal way men should feel after they play sports.
But we'll get to that later.
That'll come later. And
Okay, so
you'll understand.
we'll talk about me losing my drone, or my company almost.
Yeah.
So I fly for my company, doing a emergency response at a undisclosed location. I don't know if I can tell them, but so I was flying and I fly over water in a boat. So we take off and land in a boat. And we basically get told to go do missions and fly different waterways and stuff to check on it. So I go and I fly this bayou, so just a waterway basically. I take off from the boat, fly over. It's a ways away, and they keep making me go look up and down the bayou, the river or stream, forever. And then they're like, "You're good, go back." So I start lifting the the drone up, and it loses connection. I'm like, okay, that's not a big deal. It should automatically come home automatically. We have to remember when it takes off, it sets a home point to wherever it takes off. But we're in a boat and we move around, so we're not at the same home point. So it does what it's supposed to do. It goes up to like a certain elevation, and then starts coming back. I get the video back and see that it's coming back this way. So I'm like, okay. I click cancel on the home coming home. I thought I did, but it didn't react. And I thought I was controlling it for a little bit, and I realized I wasn't. It was still coming home. So I kept trying to click cancel, but there was no cancel button anymore. So then the drone starts going over our boat almost. And I'm like, oh, I'm not controlling anymore. And I told the guy, Coy, I was like, hey, we need to go back to the home point. It's over there. Go fast. And he's like, oh, okay. So he starts throttling the boat, going towards where we used to be. I'm like disconnecting my controller and the app. So first I close the app out, restart the app, try to get that to reconnect. That didn't work. Then I turned the controller off and turn it back on. So when I got the app, when I was closing the app and restarting the app, it had stopped at the home point and started coming down to land in the water. And so it's probably, I think we set it to go about 300 feet, and then it's at 300 feet and it's going down. So the app doesn't connect, and it's still coming down. I reach out the controller to try to get that to connect, and it's still coming down. It's about at 50 feet now at the water line. We're racing over with the boat to the spot. It finally connects. The controller finally connects about, I would say, 15 feet above the water, and I throttle it up, and it goes, and it comes back up, and it like sits there. And I'm like,
Oh god.
and that's one story. So after that, we landed. It's fine. That's one story. The next one, this happened after we put this in the Word doc. I was working a different response in a boat again. And this boat doesn't really have a landing pad in the front. Like usually the ones we were using had a little lifted area in the front so we could take off, and it was flat. This one didn't have that. It was basically metal all around, and you had to take off from the very bottom of the boat, if that makes sense. Basically, you're taking off, and there's a bunch of metal around the boat or around the drone. So I start taking off, and it comes up. But right when it comes up and I start trying to throttle forward to get it out of the boat, away from everyone, I lose control of it. Everything I do in the controls, it doesn't react to it. So it starts coming back at us decently fast, and I go full throttle forwards. It doesn't react at all, and it's coming basically right at my face, and I grab it. I grab the leg and hold it as it's going. As it's throttling like full throttle, trying to get out of my hand.
Oh.
And then I shut off the drone. And the funny thing is, there's a guy to the right and there's a guy to the left of me. and I had like reach out full extent to catch the drone before it hit anyone else. And the funny thing is, Noah was there, a government agency guy, a girl was there, and a contractor that was with us.
Oh,
But I was like, oh, it's fine. I just need to hand launch this from now on.
yeah, yeah.
And it worked. It worked for the rest of the day. But both those times, I almost lost our drone or caused an accident.
Now, how much are those drones?
1,500.
Oh God.
Oh no, that's not that much for business uses.
Oh,
They could. He's easily made up the money that he's made, or we've flown off of it.
wow. Okay. Well, at least that. How mad would your boss have been though if you would have lost it?
I have no idea.
Golly, that's insane. Doesn't anyone like cut your hands if you grab it? Come on, Coffee McGee.
What?
I said, come on, Coffee McGee. You're not very professional.
Would you?
God.
Would
So
you ask?
sorry to
Would you
all
ask?
of the viewers at this point, I just.
What did you ask?
I don't even remember at this point because you're just coughing.
Something about catching the drone.
What was I say? Oh yeah, how did do the rotors like? You're not worried about the rotors cutting your finger?
Oh, I was, but like, how the drone, the Phantoms are. There's legs that come down
I don't know.
below, and I just grabbed that because that's the safest thing to grab.
You're a brave man. That's
It was honestly more of out of instinct. Like there wasn't enough time to think. It was more of a reaction.
You just had to do it.
Well,
You
yeah.
just did it for the sake of the company in which you love so much.
Uh.
You know it to be true.
Yeah. Let's not. Yeah. No. Definitely not true.
But kind of true. Well, that's pretty impressive. I mean, God. So wait, it just was about to dive in the water the first time, and you had to get your boat over there.
Yeah. Because it wasn't connecting, and I've had a few other calls where it like starts going back home. So when we're doing these missions, usually we're looking at shoreline stuff, and we take off and we start flying down the shoreline, and the boat chases me. Like I'm in the boat too, but like it chases the drone, so we can keep the connection with a drone. So we just follow it. But the thing is, the home point's set all the way to where we started. So if it loses a connection anywhere, it starts going back all the way back home. That's like a mile away.
Oh God.
Because we traveled already like a mile in the boat or more. Like I could travel like 4 miles down.
Oh really?
Because I would lift it up, keep going. The boat chases me, and I go down 4 miles, and then I stop, and the boat's right there, so I just land it right there.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, so if it lost connection, it would go back, try to start going back 4 miles.
And it was gonna land in the water.
Yeah.
That's hilarious. This thing was gonna like go land in the water. Like this is home.
Yeah, no, it's like, oh, I know where I am. So
this is home. You know, for the sake of people, you know, I'm sure people will listen to this. You know, you're a GIS environmental analyst.
something like that.
Is that your job title? What is your
No,
job title?
GIS specialist.
GIS specialist. Special in something.
True.
Special ed.
Wow.
Just kidding.
I don't appreciate
That's off
that.
color.
What?
So that was an off-color joke. That wasn't. That's what I'm aiming for.
That's all you do.
You don't get me.
Yes, I do.
No, you don't. You don't get my jokes or my style.
Yes, I do.
You artistically have just ruined my career.
What
Sorry.
career?
This is not on subject, but you know what? You're the drone guy. Well, I think wouldn't the real issue be that wouldn't your day's work be done at that point? I bet you're mad at that.
Yeah. If it had crashed, well, see, the thing is, I would still be angry that I crashed a drone because I don't want anyone else to get mad at me or have any ammunition to get mad at me. So I would rather it just not crash.
Would they take it out of your paycheck?
No.
Golly.
I mean, I don't know. Maybe, I guess. I don't know. That'd be really sucky.
That would suck. That'd be like worse. That'd be just terrible.
But no, I mean, he's made enough money off of the.
And the guy's the guy's loaded.
Yeah.
What we talked about last time, that guy's loaded.
Yeah, so I'm not too worried about it.
I'm sure all these companies, these guys are loaded. They can pay for a drone.
A $1,500 drone.
Name it.
The $1,500 drone for these guys is like nothing. It's like a penny.
Yeah, that's literally nothing to them. Yeah, I bet it is about a penny's worth of compared to what
I
they
mean, they
are
would rather not lose it, of course, but whatever.
doing. So
That's
whatever.
I mean, I have like 80 hours of flight time, and like we flew these drones constantly over water. I mean, there's a certain risk you're taking flying over water with a drone
Yeah.
hundreds of times. So,
Why did it desensorize or whatever?
what?
Why did it like desense like where you were
The first time or second time?
the time you were in the boat and had to go back to home? How come it just what happened to it? Was it just a bad drone?
No, I just think it lost connection, and then the app had a finicky moment. Usually, if it starts going home, there's a cancel button, so you can cancel it once it reconnects, and you have full control again. Or if your controller connects to it, you can usually take control of it. But it wasn't doing any of that for some reason,
That's
which is
not what you want.
which is why I had to restart the whole. That's why. Well, first I tried to restart the app because usually that would fix it, and then I had to restart the controller.
That's
So
not what you want. That's not what you want. I see your bike back there, by the way. Do you bike to work?
no,
Why is it back there?
because I have ridden it, like on the park, exercise.
Oh, yeah. Oh, you're a biking guy.
I've only done it once, and it was only a 5 mile thing, and then I came back.
You know, just for the sake of it, I want everyone to know that's listening to this at some point, because I know this will get millions and millions of views at some point.
Oh gosh.
Jacob is selling his bike and his cell phone number.
Whoa! No. Wait, you have a problem with my bike?
Yeah, you need to sell it.
There's nothing wrong with it.
You have to sell it, yeah.
That's sentimental value. I rode to A&M campus every day.
What kind of sentimental value? Depression?
Wow, that's
All the
harsh.
fuel?
That's harsh. That's harsh. I mean, but talking about physical exercise
Oh, yes, this is a great segue.
into our second topic.
I did intentionally. I'm smart. I went to A&M.
But it ties into us going and playing basketball at A&M
It does.
at the rec center.
On the team. Yeah, rec center, I guess. Yeah. On the team.
Yeah. But so we're talking about how me and Preston would go play basketball a lot,
A lot.
and I don't even know how we got onto this subject randomly, but I think I was saying that I had 8 lanes, and if you don't know what lanes is, like Cane's chicken heavy food basically.
Very heavy.
And I had it once before we went and played basketball, like 2 hours or 3 hours before, but I still felt it. And we went and played, and when we were going back, or when we were playing, I basically told Preston, I was like, I'm not feeling good. Like, we're gonna have to go back to my apartment. So we head back, and I just destroyed my bathroom.
Totally. Toilet's gone. I'm
And
sure.
I think that's how we got on this topic of, do you usually feel like this after you play basketball? Because I've had this before,
Yes.
and Preston agreed with me.
Yes. I said yes right away. And that's when I knew we could keep playing basketball together.
Because we had this mutual
Mutual understanding.
that
What happens to your bowels. I mean, it's unlike anything else. I remember one time, just again, I don't think I've even told you this one. I was just about to drop you off. I was really trying to, not just take all the shortcuts I could because I was about to just crap myself. I mean, I seriously had to I ran home into the bathroom. I was on the phone with my mom actually, and I ran home in the bathroom. I just hung up on my mom because after I dropped you off, my mom called me, and I just was on the phone with my mom, and I was like really trying to get to the bathroom afterwards, and I just hung up on my mom, and I mean that's how serious this is.
you'd not tell me about that story, but
Yeah.
I do remember on multiple occasions being like, man, my stomach really doesn't feel good. Like during the game, I would feel good, like the whole time, like playing, great time. And then we're like, oh, we're tired. We played like 4 games or 5 games or whatever it was.
Yeah.
And we're like, oh, hey, we'll just go head back, and we'd go back. And then like after I like settled down for a little bit, I'm like, dude, my stomach's not feeling very good.
Yeah. You just feel sick. It's like your stomach is, like really big, but there's nothing in it except at the very bottom.
It's like you settled everything down,
Yeah.
but
And
not very organized though.
No, it's not very organized at all.
But I didn't get it every time.
No, I didn't get it every time either. I say I got it like one in every 5 times.
Yeah.
Maybe depending if it was maybe finals week or the week before. Oh, maybe maybe every other time.
I mean, I think it depended on what I was eating, but like other times it didn't matter what I ate. It was weird.
Just, and it doesn't come out pretty.
That's very true.
It's a disaster all around. And it's
I mean,
always lanes.
well, no, I had it with not having lanes, but I mean, lanes was definitely an issue. Which is like
Lanes
after
are
that one time, I never ate lanes again before we played basketball.
golly.
I
Yeah,
I actually did.
in like just really bad fast food, which makes sense.
Well, yeah. I mean, but I've had it for other sports stuff though. Like when I would go for runs and stuff, longer runs,
Yes.
and after I ate, I would always feel like, oh, I feel bad.
Yeah.
But which is why I always liked running without eating,
Yeah.
or like, yeah, basically don't have any food in my stomach when I run.
Yeah, I feel better running that way. If I'm gonna like do it on like a full meal, I mean I'm just and stuff's always coming up my throat in the middle of the game, like that's French fry.
See, I usually don't have that.
I get that sometimes. And it's not like a lot, but it's just like a burp and then like something comes up and I'm like,
That's disgusting.
I hate myself. What's more disgusting, that or what comes out of your butt after a basketball game?
I mean, both, but
Neither are pretty.
it's such a bad. But I don't remember having this when I was in like high school or anything.
No, I don't remember having it in high school either. I just remember in high school everything just being fine. Everything was easy.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't know what happens where once I get to college, when I exercise and then I suddenly have IBS.
I mean, I guess I'm just out of shape. I don't know.
That I feel like I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's because basketball is like a pretty intense sport. I will tell you, after you hurt your leg, though, I did not have that issue. I think you literally scared it back inside of me.
That's another story for another time
Yes.
of how
More
I
detail.
scared you.
Oh God.
Stop thinking about it.
No, I mean like it's hard. I mean sometimes I think about it and I have to like sit there for a second and like,
You're such a child. You know that?
you know what? You know what's more disgusting than just after basketball toilet mess?
What? What is?
Seeing someone's bone. I would have
Stop talking about it.
Okay, I'm just saying I would have rather had IBS after basketball every single time for the rest of my life than have seen that. But that's again for another time. It keeps the all the viewers or viewer.
Both our moms.
Yeah. God. Oh God.
Okay. Well, we'll talk about that in a little bit.
We'll get there. But
But I mean, those are two fast stories. I don't even know how long that podcast was.
I mean, it's probably pretty quick. I mean, you know what? And it never. You remember that summer where we first met and we were kind of hanging out?
Yeah, the summer volleyball.
After volleyball, I got it a couple times, but there were girls around, Coral was around, and I was like, I really can't afford. I can't afford to be missing for 30 minutes.
You know what? We should also talk about how we
Summer.
met that summer.
Yeah, that'd be good. That'd be good. That was so fun. That was a fun summer.
I mean, we could do it right now, I guess.
Yeah, we can do that. Easy. That one's a really short one.
I mean, so this was 2017?
Summer
2017. 2017.
Yeah.
Because that's when I went to that race thing in September.
Race in September.
Drone race thing? Because
Nevada?
yeah.
Yes.
So, yeah, it was 2017. So it was the summer of 2017.
Yeah.
And so I stayed up at A&M to do an internship for the summer. And then why were you there again?
I was there. I was in 18 hours of summer classes.
Wait, what was your first semester or first summer session? Summer one.
First summer one session I had, I think I even maybe started in Maymester. Well, I thought I wanted to be a teacher, so I decided to take extra education classes in order to like qualify to be a teacher. So I took a class called Education Psychology of Adolescence, Foundations of Education, and I also took political science because I hadn't taken it yet. So I was in 9 hours.
And then summer 2, you took another 9.
And then yeah, summer two I took another 9. I
That's
took
that's ridiculous.
and then I just took the second half of both those education classes and then poli science too, political science too, and it was brutal.
I'm glad I didn't do that. I had a super easy summer.
Gosh,
My internship wasn't even an internship. Well, at first they didn't pay me. Second of all, I didn't really do a bunch of work. I just worked on this one thing the whole summer.
it's good experience though.
I mean, yeah, it's good for my resume and stuff.
Yeah, yeah.
But
What
yes,
company was it for?
Live 10 doing drone work on a wetland area.
Oh, do you still like that company? Were they cool?
All right.
Yeah.
I mean, I know the CEO guy. I mean, he's a year younger than me.
The CEO?
Yeah, like this is like his company was out of their house.
Oh, okay. That's cool though.
So, yeah, I still know him. I still talk to him every once in a while. But so we were both there for that, and we both played volleyball through Grace, which is a
Yeah.
church we both went to, and they had a volleyball college thing.
Yeah. It's like college volleyball after church on Sundays because there's not very many people. I think the summer is the best time to meet people, but
Yeah.
in the summer, like no one's there, so you might as well go play volleyball together considering there's only like, I don't know, how many people do you think were there that summer involved in Grace? Maybe,
I mean, are you talking about like the college group?
yeah, the college group.
I mean,
The group was large.
yeah, the Sunday morning stuff. I mean, there was like 60 people probably, or like, nah, maybe not 60, but like maybe like 40 people
Yeah.
at Anderson. I don't know about Southwood.
Southwood had 60 about.
Yeah, so somewhere around 40 to 60 for each campus, which is
Yeah,
not.
Anderson.
Yeah, so I mean that's not a lot for what it usually is.
Yeah, yeah.
But then half of those people, or most of the people, don't go to the volleyball. Only
Yeah.
about 30 people go to volleyball.
Which is still a lot for volleyball.
Yeah,
We had
from
huge volleyball games.
yeah, so everyone would come out and play volleyball and also talk basically. So
Yeah.
everyone on the sidelines would just talk and hang out, and then people in the court would play,
Yeah.
and we would
And
just
then there were I also remember, side note, do you remember the guy that there was a guy with a golden retriever, and I thought I mentioned this 'cause I was telling Nicole about it the other day, but do you remember the golden retriever?
yeah.
So that guy had a golden retriever. It would chill under that lifeguard bench outside by the where we would play volleyball had like a lifeguard bench. It was at an apartment complex, a big lifeguard bench where you could really just set your stuff on next to it. It was just like for show. It was supposed to be like kind of beachy. But anyway, this dog would lay under there, or he would play fetch with his owner. And so that golden retriever, the owner threw the ball so many times that day that it died of heat exhaustion.
I think you told me about this, and that was super depressing. I can't believe you brought it up.
Yep, yep. And I'm bringing it up right now.
Oh my gosh.
It's very sad. I think it
I
died
think-
of kidney failure because it was just so hot.
Maybe the dog should have stopped running.
I think that's the dog's fault, and that's how natural selection works. But anyway,
Wow,
so
that's harsh. Let's move on.
we'll move on. We'll move on. But it's just keep your dogs. Just keep your dogs inside always.
Okay, you can just stop giving advice
To a tree.
and keep telling stories. Where were we at? Oh yeah, so we both met that summer with basically a decent or little group of friends
Yes.
who all hanged out. I mean, a decent amount over that summer.
At least 3 times a week minimum.
Yeah, yeah. And now there's only like 10 people, 6 people. I don't know how many people. It changed, I guess, a little bit.
Yeah, yeah,
It depends because people were busy doing different stuff, so people would go to different events and stuff.
yeah. And some people are only there summer 1, some are only there summer 2.
Yeah, I mean, the people who got closest were there the whole summer.
Yeah, yeah. I was there the whole summer. You were there pretty much the whole summer, right?
I was there the whole summer.
Yeah. Cole was there, who's my wife, for people who don't know. Girl named Kate, and who else was there?
Dakota,
Drew.
Julie, I think was that her name? Julia.
Hope Julie doesn't watch this.
Well, sorry.
I'm wrong.
Sorry. It's been a few years. I mean, there's a few different people.
Yeah.
Emily,
Yeah.
Cole's
Emily.
roommate,
Mm-hmm.
but she was only there for like one summer or two or something.
Right.
or some, or
Jo-
maybe who?
Joshua, who we play basketball with.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I don't even know what he's doing. I guess he finished his master's
Yeah, he did. I hope so.
in mechanical engineering.
Yeah, hope he finished it.
Yeah, I hope too. So we all met there, and then we played basketball, and then me and Preston were roommates for a semester.
I don't even know how we got to playing basketball, really.
I think didn't you invite me or something? Or like I think we started talking about basketball. I was like, oh yeah, I like playing basketball.
Yeah, I was probably there. You're like, yeah, I play basketball too. I was like, all right, yeah, let's go play. And then,
Well, no, we actually played with that group, with Josh,
yeah.
in that under that pavilion area.
Oh, yeah, I remember that
Cause
now.
you hurt your foot, didn't you?
I did. My foot was already hurt earlier in the summer. It was, I mean, I didn't play basketball for like all that semester because my foot was just like,
Jacked.
it was jacked up. Well, no. That was later on. I jacked up my foot again. Okay, so my foot, I was playing basketball by myself actually before I played basketball with you, and I jumped up and I had like a grade 3 sprain in my foot. And it
Pathetic.
was really, or in my ankle, and it was real messed up. And so actually, when I went to go play basketball with you,
I've had
um,
worse.
you have had work. You can't keep. This is not who you are. Okay, you can't keep using. Every time I talk about feet, this happens. Okay, I don't know where you're at with feet now, but I'm worried.
Uh,
But anyway, so yeah, I popped all 3 ligaments in my foot, grade 3 sprain, and I just decided. I think, yeah, I don't know who. I mean, I think Christian Life invited me and people in the group, me, and then you were there and I was
yeah.
there, and I just decided, well, I might as well play, and then I played and I sucked.
Yeah, I don't remember playing very well either. But somewhere around there, we figured we both played basketball, and we started playing basketball at the rec.
Yeah,
That coming semester though, we didn't really play during the summer. We
right.
started playing during the next
Mostly
semester.
volleyball.
Yeah.
Played a lot. I mean, a lot that whole year. Well,
Yeah.
closer to the end of the second. No. I
We
think throughout the whole year we
yeah we
played.
played it consistently
Yeah, we
for a
played at least
while.
once a week. I can't really remember too many weeks where we didn't play at least once.
Yeah. So
And then, yeah, and then we tried to play last semester.
that was gonna be a great semester. We were gonna play all the time.
I know I was super pumped. I was actually super. I didn't
I
want to
was
say
super
it, I was
pumped.
selfish. But I was like, "Why'd you have to break your leg or your
Yeah.
foot? You douche."
My leg and foot, ankle, everything you would want to talk about.
And then I think of it just dangling, and I'm like,
Okay.
"Dude."
That's the end. That's the end of all these 3 stories right now. We're ending the podcast right
God.
now.
Okay.
Boom. End.
And